So we've got our stagecoach here. Maybe we should expand it out. We've got 21 deeds. It would cost 12 to expand out to 18. We could carry on doing an apprentice missions, but we'd only be able to do one apprentice mission. We could do one apprentice mission, which would knock these 3 guys up to level 3, and then we'd have a lot more people to do veteran missions with. We wouldn't have a choice of what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'd have 11 people. We'd have 10 people instead of 7 to pick from. Maybe that's something we want to do soon. What's the blacksmith situation? We're 3 deeds short of upgrading the furnace here. Hey, maybe we do upgrade the stagecoach here and buy some new heroes. Still really want to find that arbalist or that bounty hunter, but we haven't found a single one yet, right? I don't think we had a single arbalist or bounty hunter show up on our wagon for this entire playthrough. Just none. There's no point increasing the roster size unless I find them them unique classes. I want to play with them unique classes. Maybe having a second Plague Doctor wouldn't be the end of the world. We are going to get 3 additional slots after all. But would that class work well with these 3 here? You'd be a frontliner. You can work in 2nd, 3rd or 4th, I think. You can work in 2nd or 3rd, preferably 2nd. So you could be in 3rd. We could have a Plague Doctrine back, I suppose. Or we could get another man at arms and do what we've been doing with Luna all this time. A 2nd Abomination, I don't like the idea of. Abomination's cool, but I don't think I'm good enough to effectively play it. Or at least have 2 of them. Yeah, maybe we'll get a 2nd Plague Doctor, expand out the barracks, get a 2nd Plague Doctor, and have a team that can actually do apprentice missions with. But I'm going to hopefully wait for a bounty hunter and a arbalist to fill up our last 2 spots here. Please name the 2nd Abomination after me. You have to type in !hero to Facfifth, and if you get rolled off, then you get to be that person. If you want to be this Plague Doctor here, type in !hero and you have a chance to be named it. That's all you got to do. Alright, let's decide what our next quest is going to be here then. So we could roll over a new apprentice quest now. I mean, our guys look pretty good in terms of their health and whatnot. We could just go straight for another quest here. You could go for the Brigand 12 pounder again to get the Berserk mask. Very rare for the leper. 3% crit, 3 speed, less virtue chance and less heals received. So it's a very aggressive style mask. Attack faster, crit more often, but it's a lot. Yeah, it is aggressive, very aggressive. That might not be that bad. Plus, it gives us some deeds. We could go for this veteran quest now, perhaps. If we went for an apprentice quest here, I mean, what do we have? Get some slippery boots. We can get the longevity eye patch. Maybe we go for the Brigand 12 pounder and get ourselves the Berserk mask here, as well as a bunch of deeds. But who's going to come along for this? We know how the Brigand 12 pounder works now. We need to be able to kill the match lighter every turn, so the cannon can't shoot. And heck, maybe we just leave the other minions alive and just focus that cannon down. Lowering protections is a must. Lowering protections. We need one guy who can lower protections. That'd be really, really valuable for this fight. For example, a Houndmaster. Oh no, Ender's only level 2. He needs to level up one more time. Can't bring him. Do we have something that lowers protections? What does Bellow do? Lowers dodge and speed. Weakening Curse lowers their damage. This lowers their dodge. Do we have any debuffs for protections? We don't have any, we need something that lowers protections, ideally. Because that'd be really, really nice against this cannon here. Because it can be a real nightmare. Maybe before we take on the cannon, we allow our Houndmaster to level up so we can bring Ender with us and hopefully lower the protections for target whistle here. Because look, minus 25% protection. That thing has like 50% protection. We're literally doubling our damage on it, or at least multiplying it by 1.5 if we lower its protections. That'll help us kill it so much quicker. I don't think anyone else can lower protections, right? Or at least those who aren't leveled up too much. Tyler can't, Kwai can't, Gamer can't. You'd think Nexus would be able to, but no, he can lower damage, dealt, and that's about it, right? Lower their dodge as well. I like the idea of being able to lower their protections. Look, in our Steam conversations, you were telling me to go on Discord so we can chat, but no, I'm not going to be chatting during all this. Trickster's Quick Trove. Oh god. Oh, okay. I didn't realise that. Oh, you want my you want me on Discord after the stream? Yeah, that's cool, man. But yeah, sucks if Trickster's left Trove, but it is what it is, man. If he doesn't want to play anymore, he doesn't want to play anymore. Can't stop him. Maybe I ignore the Berserk Mask for now then and get our Hound Master up to level 3 here, because I like the idea of being able to use Target Whistle on the Brigand 8-pounder or 12-pounder to make it much easier. Yeah, definitely. He's got Vertigo, that's fine. Let's go and bring our apprentices here on one more quest. Whatever it is, it's fine. I guess we have to bring them to the Warrens or the Weald here, so could get another longevity eye patch as well as 6 deeds, or we could go on a short one to get some slippery boots. I like the Weald more because it's a medium mission, it means we can camp out. And also we get more deeds, more gold, and a rarer item. I'll look at the image in a sec, man. I'll look at it after the stream. I don't need to check out yet. Right. Okay, then we'll bring in our apprentice team, so Tessel here, who we will name soon. He works well at the back or near the back. I mean, I guess putting him in the 3rd spot means he can use Incision, which would be nice here because Blight isn't that great in this area. So having Incision would be nice, so I'll put you in the 3rd spot. You yearn for adventure indeed. Zack Attack, you'll be right at the front, and Snozmo, you'll be 2nd. Seems good by me. As for your trinkets, do that. We'll go and give you the regular Terminator setup by being the Stun Master. I do love the Stun Master setup. Extra stun skill chance. Actually, maybe I'll go for Bloody Herb here. I actually like the Bloody Herb looks really nice here actually, so screw going maxed out stun chance. This gives plenty of stun chance anyway, so we'll just stick with this. Screw the Witch's Vial, we'll go with the Bloody Herb for the sake of Incision. Because Blight isn't going to be that great in this area. Got no heals, so Junior's head's useless. What about you guys? Could give you the protections here, but a lot of enemies are more focused on inflicting Blight than they are lowering protections or just dealing regular damage. Giving you the boots might be a good idea. Just increase that defense and get moved around a lot less. Is Terminator actually... No, is Tessel a better disarmer here? No, he's pretty terrible. Guess you'll be holding on to the Survivor Guide then, Ender. You'll be our chief survivor. Give you the Ancestors Bottle. You got 31 health. You've only got 22. I know I've already given you items, haven't we? -2 speed of torches below 26. Not too bad for us. And we'll not take part in prayer. And plus 10% damage if torches below 26. Something good and something bad if torches low. So just a very neutral style of quirks there. Put the Ancestors Bottle on you. Snozmo. Should we make you fast again? I mean, that'd sort of counteract the move resist a bit, but then it would negate the speed and give some dodge and stuff. We're going to the Weald here, so let's go for the Beast Slayer's Ring again. I like the Beast Slayer's Ring for the Weald. There's a lot of beasts here. Actually, maybe I'm wrong about the whole beast thing here. I don't think there is beasts in the Weald. That's more of a Warren's thing, isn't it? I think I've been getting that wrong this whole time. Book of Constitution might be nice to prevent them nasty effects. Less speed, but more blind disease resist. Is always useful. Although that speed reduction is kind of sucky. We'll go for the Blight Charm instead. Just so the speed isn't reduced, because I like being able to shackle enemies before they get a first turn in. And then finally at the front here is Zack Attack. What can you have? Your Hellions Hairpin's pretty terrible, but if it bleeds would be nice on you, so let's buff your bleed skill. Make you more likely to bleed. I think a lot of bleed will be useful in this area. And lowering the speed. I'd rather not, to be quite honest. Beast Slayer isn't that great. Death Below Resist. Maybe giving you the extra speed. Actually, I like the heavy boots though. What skills have you got? Adrenaline Rush is nice to cure that Blight and Bleed. If it bleeds, it's actually pretty useful. I like this setup. Which means you can't really use much. If you're in the third spot, you can still use If it bleeds, so getting knocked back wouldn't be the end of the world. If you're right at the back, you can still buff yourself, kind of. If you get knocked back to the third spot, it's not the end of the world. I mean, you've got If it bleeds, so you should be alright. So maybe giving you the Feather Crystal is nice here. Alright. Thought you guys had something important to say, but you're just talking amongst yourselves. That's fine by me. So, are our guys equipped out here? I think so. Let's go check out our skills here. Well, I mean, you probably... I've already equipped you from the last mission, and it's just Tessel. It needs a little rework here. Champ Ender has all he needs, and I think they all work well, don't they? Yeah, I think they all work well. They seem all good abilities. Tessel here does need a little rework. He will be named soon as well. He will no longer be Tessel. You're already fine. I mean, we can't reallocate your skills because you're an abomination. And Zach here's got what he needs. Just a case of hopping to the guild here and making Tessel better. You're still level 0, so you can't upgrade your weapons. We can just buy you different abilities if need be. We'll get you Incision. Can't make it cheaper anyway. We'll get you Incision at the very least. Anything else you need? Battlefield Medicine is nice to just stop the blight spreading. Blinding Gas is always nice, and maybe we'll go with Plague Grenade just to be able to hit the back of damage. Although Disorientating Blast can be quite nice. I like Disorientating Blast actually. Let's buy that. And then we'll go with Disorientating Blast, Blinding Gas, Incision, and Blinding Gas. These 4 abilities. You can't upgrade any of your equipment because you're still level 0. So I think we're ready to go now. What's left to do is to name Tessel here. So let's see who's entered the ability to be named here. Defactvith and Hollowing Out. Who's it going to be? It's Defactvith. He is the Plague Man. He is our new Plague Doctor. Defactvith. Hollow still hasn't been named yet, sadly. You'll be a character eventually. You've been on quite a lot of draws, haven't you, Hollow? I kind of feel sorry, but you'll eventually be a hero. The Defactvith is our new Plague Doctor here. We get a new hero, of course. If we do get a Arbalist or a Bounty Hunter after this map, then you will probably be one of those, won't you? You just gotta hope we get lucky. We've got these potent salves because we have to disinfect some corpses. We've got our dog treats for our dog. Anti-venom because Plague Doctor, I think. So that just leaves medium mission, 3 shovels, 20 food. 20 food, yeah. Bandages, probably not needed. Probably don't even need any more anti-venom either because we've got a lot of abilities that can cure blight. Like, just generally having Battlefield Medicine is really nice for this area. Skeleton Key, you'll bring one of those for a secret room. There's not many things to unlock, but you always want it just in case you find that motherload of a ton of gold. Them puzzling trapezohedrons. Holy Water, probably not needed. Medicinal Herbs is nice just in case we find a carcass to loot a bunch of food off of. It makes me think we should bring less food, to be quite honest. Usually we don't run out of food. Maybe it's worth getting rid of 4 food here and banking on a carcass. We've still got 16 for 2 hunger checks. If we find 1 corpse, like 1 carcass, then we're set for food. Let's bring 4 less food of us. Right, shovels, food, torches, we're good to go, right? I think so. Let's go. God, some of the things you guys are saying in the chat. I can't keep much of an eye on the chat. You guys just enjoy yourselves in there. If you're afraid of what's going on in the chat, just keep your eyes on the stream. Don't have your fragile mind spoiled. Right, 3 infected corpses. They both have quest locations in, so immediate 2 quest location completions. That's pretty good. This is a big map, and we've already got 2 of our quest completion locations next to the spawn. That's kind of silly. We'll go this way, so we can go up there, and then we'll see about what's around here. I bet the last quest location will be there just to tease us, like, lol. Even though both of them are right there. One good thing about this though is we do get to get rid of our salves really quickly. It's kind of annoying holding onto these salves, so that's very nice for us. 4 of these maggots, we've surprised them all, which is great for us. Let's start messing them up. Could go for the double stun here, but we can practically kill him with 1 attack, so let's just go do that instead. Got a maggot here.
Formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Fact both is showing he's not completely useless yet, which is good for us. 7 to 11 on each. Let's get all these kills here. Give them no quarter. 4 to 7, 7. And then Zack attack will finish the job. Easy fight. That was difficult, guys. Are we greedy? Yes, we are. Yeah! Get to use up one of our salves in this next room, so we should be fine. There's no room battle in this quest location room. Like, in neither of these quest location rooms, so we just get to get rid of our salves immediately. Cleanse that corpse. Head on forward. We could backtrack and head to that quest location. That might be a good idea, backtrack down one corridor. Adds up a little bit of stress. It causes the light to go down less quickly, and we can also get rid of that second salve before any more fights. Ooh, cheers. Thank you very much. My fingers are burning. This is what you get when you don't hold a cup of tea by the handle. Cheers. Are you getting mad that I'm saying cheers? You're not allowed to say cheers. Stashed heirlooms, 2 more deeds, don't mind if I do. Like, going down this corridor is definitely worth it because it's just got 2 more deeds. First hunger check already. That's not so great because we need to find a carcass soon, otherwise... Well, we can survive 3 hunger strikes, but we won't be able to have a feast. And there is a room battle in here, surprisingly. Okay, maybe quest location means you might have a room battle, but you might not. In this case, we did. Let's go stun these acolytes here because I hate them. It's basically a free stun. To waste their turns. Manacle's one of these guys, or Beast Bile both of these guys. It's only 2 damage. I really don't like Beast Bile that much. Doesn't seem that great of an ability. But dealing damage and a stun, I really like the idea of that of Manacles. They just stun him. Stops an attack, doesn't it? Stuns are really powerful. It stops them having an attack, and we're dealing damage with it. Can't argue with it. If the stun didn't do any damage and only stunned 1 guy, then it's not so worthwhile, but when you're dealing damage with a stun, or you're stunning 2 guys at once, you're getting a net positive. Should we go for the quadruple bleed on these guys? The dog treat, it might be worthwhile. Or Hound's Rush with the dog treat for extra damage. Might use an early game dog treat. Why not? You don't want to like to save them for too long because then you end up wasting them. 11 damage plus a bleed will do the job. There we go. He's dead. Iron Swan could have messed up that guy at the back, so maybe attacking this guy instead would have been better. But too late to dwaddle on that now. We could do 6 to 11 with a chance of bleeding. He's bleeding. He's got bleed for free, so he's on free health now. Groping Swipe, nice dodge. Okay, pretty good turn there. He'll bleed out next. She'll bleed out next turn. That's fine. Well, it's like, yeah, maybe you want to stop like having the filthy chat soon. Otherwise, maybe, you know, you might want to start moderating soon. We don't want too much filth in the stream. Alright, we'll definitely go for the stab here. Or we could go for a disorientating blast. Nah, this guy wouldn't get stunned, would he? 100%. Actually, he would get guaranteed stun, wouldn't he? No, he wouldn't. 8% chance. Let's just go for the incision instead, cause a bleed. I accidentally used that instead, which is stupid. I meant to go for incision there, but I accidentally used disorientating blast, and 8% did not work. Balls. I balls that up very badly. Manacles on you then, get a stun off on you at the very least. But I meant to actually use incision on that guy. Too late now. Go for the if it bleeds on you. He's got protection, the bleed does more damage I think. Could have compared the damage there, but 6 to 10? 8. If it causes the bleed, he's probably dead. Yeah, he's dead now. 5 damage from the bleed. That's all good. Acolyte will die to the bleed as well.
forgiving.
So we'll incision you. 6, cause the bleed hopefully. I mean, we do have increased bleed chance. If it bleeds, it doesn't actually hit you, so just chop you up instead. Alucard, best waifu. Isn't that like Helsing? Or is there a character called Alucard in one of your Alva animes? Okay. Absolution, may as well go for the stress heal now, because these guys are going to die to bleed. May as well just go for all the heals here. There's not much I can do here really, is there? Let's go for the Hound's Harry for a chance to cause some crits.
Surges as the enemy crumbled.
Chance to get some crits in the stress heal. That's the best I can do.
Foolish horrors. Brought low and driven into the mud.
What do I want to get rid of for a Jade here? Probably nothing, because Jade sucks. Now we have Now we have an extra slot for getting rid of our second potent salve. So that's great and all. We got a scout off here. Is that our final quest location? Oh no, it's a rune battle of a Curio, okay. We could go the safer route and not deal with the rune battle of a Curio. But there's not much that's going on down these corridors. You got a battle, you got a trap. And then the rune battle of treasure. Or we could, you know, encounter 3 Curios on our way to a rune battle of treasure. I like that idea more. It's one extra battle, but we do get 3 Curios out of it compared to not really anything. Surprise? Yeah! Iron Swan might mess up the Madman at the back, so let's hope for the best on him. We'll go for the stun the Madman at the back, so instead of stunning you, we'll go and we'll stun one of these fungal scratches instead. We'll stun you. Yeah, Helsing Ultimate. I watched all of Helsing Ultimate after seeing the abridged series on YouTube. Didn't realise Team 4-Star, one of the members of it, actually did an abridged series on it. But after I saw the first few episodes of the abridged series, I was like, let's watch the actual series. It's pretty cool. 8 to 16. It'd make the blinding powder less effective, but to be honest, he'd go first the next turn anyway, so stalling out a blinding powder would be stupid. Let's try and get a kill on him. He dodged it, unfortunately, that sucks. Go for the blinding gas now though, just to stop him having an attack. Incision wouldn't kill him there. Blinding powder. Just stops him getting one attack in, but they'll still both get one in because they're quite fast. I feel like maybe dog treating here as well. Get rid of them earlier on. This seems like a pretty annoying fight, so I like using it for the idea of annoying fights. 1 to tilt to all you. We'll bleed for 3 rounds. Maybe that's because of the dog treat. Or should we just Hounds Rush you instead? 9 to 14 on you both. It does 12, it'd kill you. If it does 11, it'd kill you. I like the idea of 11 to kill the Acolyte. Did 14. Would rather have killed the Madman if I knew it would be that good, but it's still pretty good anyway. Groping Swipe. Nice dodge. I do like to see that. Blinding Gas to stun the Madman again. Managed to go before him, surprisingly, of our lower speed. Maybe even a disorientating blast to bring him to the front. He's got 90% stun resist, and we have 140 stun base. Bringing him to the front to bring him within. Nah, we could Iron Swan him actually. Screw that. We'll incision one of these guys instead. We could always Iron Swan him right at the back. Hounds Rush, we could even go for that on you, but it wouldn't kill you probably. But oh yeah, again, it's like, you have 12, 10, He'll die to the bleed next turn though, so now we can just completely ignore him. He accuses the fact that we should be alright. More stress damaging until camp. It's sucky, but we can live with it. Manacles you. Just getting that stun. I love stun abusing in this game. The stuns seem really good. Like some stuns in this game anyway, like damage plus stun or stun 2 enemies at once. I like those stuns just because you're gaining a net positive. No, you'll die to the bleeds. There's no point Iron Swanning you. I think we'll just go and 1 bleed. What does Wicked Hack do? 5 to 11. You've got to take 1 damage from the bleed. I think if it bleeds, it's better. Unfortunately, we did get the lowest roll, so you will just survive through that bleed. If you'd taken 1 more damage, you would have died there, but it is what it is. 4 damage, we can live with that. No blight either, so should be fine. He'll die to the bleed as well, of course, so let's just go focus this gentleman down. We can hack you in the face. And close you, and that's the end of that. I just keep staring at the chat every so often, and I'm just like, I'm not sure if I should just be sighing or what. We'll go for the heal here. They're gonna bleed out. May as well get the minimalistic heal of 1. We'll heal Zach for 1. Why not? They're gonna bleed out anyway. Lick wounds is completely pointless. Could adrenaline rush. What does adrenaline rush do? It does cure 1 HP, so let's stall out for an adrenaline rush, I suppose. Could whistle at him just for the lols. Let's whistle at him. You know, just make him feel bad about himself. And yeah, I killed him with the whistle, guys. That's totally the whistle that killed him. Don't deny it. We got ourselves a free sack here, so it's a good thing we came this way. 100 gold. Well, I say it's a good thing we came this way. We gained something out of it. And here's our other rune battle now. Our additional battle we decided to go for. And 2 ectoplasms. Okay, they need to die sooner rather than later because they can become really nasty. Of course, I do like the blinding gas first turn play. The incision 5 to 9 probably cause a bleed. It's probably good to go for a guarantee kill on these things. Of course, unless you hit for 5, in which case you will definitely not get a kill. Although Hound's Harry might finish the job on this guy at the very least. Iron Swan 8 to 16. It's worth if ectoplasms can get out of control, but I like the idea of getting rid of the acolyte. Screw the acolyte. 10 damage. Ugh. Okay. Beast Bile. Nah. Let's manacles you to give you a make sure you don't use like a psychokinesis or anything annoying. 7 damage. That's really good. Oh, the Hound's Harry might get a double kill now. 2 damage. There we go. Double kill. And heck, he's going to die to the bleed now. That's a triple kill. You managed to get a triple kill with the Hound's Harry there. That's really nice. That's nasty stuff. And then a chop on you. Oh, the dodge. That would have been like a perfect there. Oh no, with the stun here. Yeah, but still fine. Didn't take any damage from that fight. That was such a good fight. That Hound's Harry worked out really well there. We're just going to go for the kills. No point like stalling out for heals. Even if he would have bled to death there. Not too fast. A rare trinket is probably a good idea to hold on to. So, what are we going to get rid of for it? I'm kind of afraid we might run out of torches, so I don't want to like waste the torches for it. The gold will stack up over time, so let's just get rid of the citron for now. It's only worth 250 gold. Check the tent here. We'll check it with Zach here. Map of the area. Lovely. Oh, it is useless. Completely useless. We got any bandages? No bandages. Okay. Pick that torchlight up. And there's our beast carcass we're hoping on, so get to get some lovely meat out of that. 8 meat. Lovely. Still got another medicinal herbs. You must have found one on the off chance. Alright, might dump that other one now because the main purpose was to... Oh wait, no, we could always let's get rid of that debuff there with our other medicinal herbs. We don't need to find any more food anytime soon, so we should be fine. And we got a surprise in the 3 ectoplasms here, which is nice. Let's start tearing them up. Manacles on the front guy, sure. 5 damage and a stun. So he's dealt with for a bit. We could hack on the second guy. They do leave corpses, which is surprising. I guess they do technically have solid mass in them, so... Oh god, this third guy is going to be a bit annoying. Could go for the stun and shuffle to bring him to the front 2 slots. There we go, the stun, and it brings him forward, so he's within Hellion's range to chop up, as well as Backfist. Hound's Rush, 6 to 9, that's fine. 9 damage, works for me. Yeah, easy fight. These ectoplasms really are not very scary at all. I imagine they can get scary if you let them do their annoying stuff, but if you deal with them quickly, they're really not much of a concern. Heirloom chest. Do we want to waste our key?
Triumphant pride.
I'm going to go hit myself if we do find his secret room, but we've got a lot of spare room here for some extra stuff. Let's just do that now. Hope we don't get a secret room now. Unless we find another key, of course. I'll be hitting myself. Room battle curio. Yeah, let's ignore that. We'll just head straight forward. Hopefully get a scout up there to see if we have our quest objective there. Otherwise, we're heading down here. It seems like the game wants us to head all the way to the end here. I feel like the last quest objective will be right at the end, rather than putting... It's hanging the first two right in front of our faces, and they'll be like, lol, last objective we're going to put right at the end, just so them first two objectives were pointless. Again, I suppose they're not entirely pointless, because we did get to get rid of two salves right at the start. So just having them close at the start is very useful anyway. Keep that torchlight up. Hunger strike, I think we're pretty fine there. I don't know why I call it a hunger strike. I'm pretty sure like a hunger strike is where you refuse to eat food. Hunger check or something. Don't know what you'd actually call it. I guess you'd call it what the game calls it. I just haven't really like looked at the message yet. It's like, your heroes are hungry. Empty room, empty room. Let's head to the empty room. We've got a 50-50 chance of it dangling our last quest objective right at the end of the dungeon. Got 2 anti-venoms. Let's take the loot here. And we've got people who can cure blight, so it's definitely worth doing that. We've got lots of blight curing here. Let's dump the anti-venom for now. Scout? Yeah! You'd like a good scout. We've got a battle here with treasure. Our quest objective is within a corridor, isn't it? Curio, curio, trap, curio, curio, room battle, curio. It's one of these curios in a random corridor, isn't it? Which means we're going to have to do some backtracking here and find that curio with a particular thing. We need to encounter that curio within the corridor because it's not inside a room from the looks of it. It's not in either of these corridors, is it? Because we scouted them already. That kind of sucks. We've missed it for a random corridor. Maybe it's in this corridor here and we'll be able to save some time. But perhaps not. Defuse the trap. Shambender, our main trap man. Some spider webs here. We have no bandages, so screw that. It's called hunger. Like, did I miss a curio? You're getting mad here, so what did I do? What have I done wrong? Instead of spamming caps messages of I can't even and all that stuff, you could tell me what happened. Alright then, these fungal artilleries can be very annoying, of course, especially when they mark you for these scratches to kill you with. So let's go and blind these two. Oh, you got unbanned? Nice. What did I do wrong? I kind of want to know now, I'm very curious. 5 to 8, 5 to 8, but we'll bleed, of course. We could just bleed them all, for the sake of it. They all would get bled, for 2 damage each. That seems like a good idea, to be quite honest. I done goofed. How did I done goof? Please do elaborate. 8 damage, but he'll bleed for 2 turns now, which means he won't die because he's going to be on 1 health still, so we need to deal 1 damage to him. That sucks. If he dealt 1 more damage, he'd die to his 2 turns. It is what it is. Go for the stun or go for the bile? Because the bile would do 4 damage over 2 turns, but the manacles would do 4 damage and stun. The double damage of 4 damage over 2 turns is probably better than stunning a scratcher here. The scratchers aren't that bad unless you get marked. Double resisting the blight. They didn't have that high blight resist, so I guess it's just bad luck there. Groping swipe. Hits for 4. Could be a lot worse. They've lost their stun now, but their enemies are just generally slow, so we do get another turn on them. Like, them batteries are quite slow. They're very annoying with their blight, but they are slow, so we can take advantage of that. You might want an Iron Swan just to make sure this thing doesn't get to see the light of day. Oh no, another Hound's Harry would finish the job, wouldn't it? Alright, well Hound's Harry again to make sure this thing at the back dies, plus dealing a bit more residual damage all around. It bleeds, maybe? So we can just hit this battery here. Hits for 6. Causes a bleed. It's going to bleed for 5. It's basically dead now, but may as well Hound's Harry it anyway. Like, the Hound's Harry wouldn't be that effective, but it'll do something. Guess we'll just incision one of you two. Could stun one of you two as well. Maybe stunning one of you two is a better idea. Which one of you has the nastier bleed? Oh no, we can only stun you, so stun you, why not? Hopefully we get a Hound's Harry off before this thing gets to attack. A Beast Bile would finish the job, wouldn't it? Let's go for the Beast Bile. Or we could stun him as well. Let's go for the Beast Bile instead. Then we don't have to Hound's Harry. Yeah, this guy got the Blight and he was the one we wanted to get the Blight, right? Yeah, this guy will die to the 5 bleed, so we can just Hounds Rush you instead. Or Hounds Rush the guy at the back. Does it really matter that much? But Hounds Rush the guy right at the front. I done goofed. How did I done goof, Blue? Do elaborate, please. You still need to eat my like piece of chicken that's inside the cups here. My stored chicken stored within the cups. Get my chicken ready here. It's got 3 pieces of sellotape keeping the cup. It's got 4 pieces of sellotape around it keeping the cups together. God damn it. It's like granny wrapped. You ever had to deal with granny wrapped presents? 3 to 5. It does 4 and this thing's dead. I'm not really like doing it for the stun. I'm just doing it for this thing will bleed out. This thing is probably going to resist the stun if we go for it. Well, 60% chance to stun him again. Nah, just go for the kill. He'll die to the Blight now. The stun really doesn't matter. We're just doing it for the guaranteed kill there. An incision will do the job, won't it? 5 damage. I think it'll just die to its natural bleed, but bleed even more because why not? Heal for 1 HP because it's the most min-maxy thing to do. And there we go. Them satisfying bleed deaths. Could take a bleed stone here.
But a victory nonetheless.
It's only a common trinket, but we could get rid of anti-venom for it. But then we've got a chest that we're going to open up, so we'll probably get rid of the bleed stone then. I guess get rid of the anti-venom for it. I'm going to open up the heirloom chest anyway. Just in case it's trapped and causes a bleed. Let's do it with our highest health guy being champ here. He is trapped. Might have caused blight there, okay. Oh yeah, if it's in the wheel, the traps are more likely to cause blight, aren't they?
Nature herself.
Yeah, ever had to deal with granny rat pants?
Spreading corruption, malformed with missing tent.
Well, if you buy someone clothes, you've got to store it in a box so they don't expect it. Like when I have kids and I buy them clothes, I'd be like, I'm just gonna wrap it in a sort of like games console size box or something like that to troll them. I wouldn't actually put it in a games console box. I wouldn't be like one of them families that literally like buys the games console box itself, so when they open it it's like, oh my god, a PS6! And then they realise there's clothes inside it. That's really mean, but putting it in a box to sort of troll them and then be like, oh, it's clothes, okay, cheers. Just like in a regular cardboard box. There's nothing in here, so we'll go in here just so we can backtrack anyway, because I think you get a lot of stress from backtracking. So let's head back down these corridors and find ourselves a curio. I swear, if this curio is the corpse that we have to disinfect, I'm going to be very... My jimmies will be rustled. I really hope the game isn't rustling my jimmies here and saying, hey, if you went that other way right at the start, you would have completed the quest like literally right at the start. Let's hope that's not the case. I mean, I suppose we've got no more battles to deal with. We should be fine. There's got a ton of backtracking to do, so lots of unnecessary stress. Could touch the spider web, but I feel like that's probably not going to be that good for us. Should probably start drinking my tea as well. It's called a quest location, yeah. Room Battle Curio. 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 I've gone to all the rooms with a quest location, right? So there's no like I haven't not found. Oh, it must be in that corridor that hasn't been scouted, possibly. That could be the only explanation, right? This corridor here, which may have not possibly been scouted, that could be the explanation. The only corridor we have not scouted yet. That might be the case. Let's see. Sack's contents are yours. Alright, let's hope it's down this corridor here, which hasn't been scouted yet. Nick, I could do a couple more room battles for some extra loot. There we are! It was the one corridor did not get scouted. Quest complete. Good job, team. Is there any point to doing some extra stuff here? Be honest, I think screw the extra loot. There's no room battles or treasures here. There's a room battle of a curio, and it could be a terrible curio. So it could just be a pointless room battle. I think it's better just to camp out here and bring stress down to 0.
Gathered close,
8 food, bring down that stress.
An uneasy companionship.
Just literally bring down all the stress we can, I suppose. There's no point buffing, really. You can encourage Defactliff here, and then Therapy Dog to reduce everyone else's stress. We can't encourage. Oh no, we already used the encourage, didn't we? Do we have another encourage? We do not. Alright, but we'll have to deal with the rest of the card. The cure, remove target disease. Is Defactliff diseased? I don't think he is, no, so he can't cure a disease in himself. Play something else that great we have, right? I mean, I suppose we can buff up for the... Let's just buff up in case we have a nighttime ambush, so 3 points there. Experimental vapors, the pep talk. 2 pep talks to reduce stress just in case we have a battle here. Seems good. Put that on you again. And then we'll give a pep talk to you. There we go. Done.
The way is
no nighttime ambush, so quest over.
We require only the strength to follow it.
Hi, you mum boy. What are you talking about, Sammy? You talking about because my mum was in there earlier? Sorry for missing your stream tonight. Don't worry, man. You don't have to watch the stream. Like, you're not obligated to watch my stream, man. You watch whenever you like, and I appreciate you when you are here, so thanks for showing up anyway, man. I'm not going to have a go at you for not being here. I'm just happy when you are here. +2 speed of torches above 75, that's very nice. We don't have any range skills, so that's a completely useless negative quirk, so that's nice to have. That's actually beneficial to have, because it just means that we've got less other negative quirks being taken up. Precise Striker, better crit melee skills, lovely. +3% crit for melee skills, that's very nice. Tetanus is a nasty affliction to get. Cove Adventurer, less stress damage in the cove. And now our apprentices can no longer go on apprentice missions unless we find another 3 guys to take along here.
I cannot tell how much time has passed since I sent that letter.
So level up, level up, level up, yeah. We can no longer go on apprentice quests here.